Point to it. Oh, I know the point who it was. I just got interviewed by this guy named Lewis Howes. And he goes, hey, we did this whole interview. Lewis has been on Ellen. He's got a great program. Hope you saw him. If you didn't, you should have. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And at the end of it, he goes, it was a really good interview, like about business and life. And then he goes, hey, if you were to die tomorrow and your great-grandkids would watch a video of you the rest of your life, what 3 things would you tell them? It's like, what? That's kind of a powerful question. Like, because seriously, you're dead, and they're going to watch this video of you teaching lessons. You can tell them 3 things real quick. What are they? Right? That's a power question. I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you. And I said, number 1, I want them to know there's a God. Don't let anybody ever convince you there's not a God. That's number 1. Number 2, people matter, things don't. So always focus your life on people, not things. And I said, third, you're enough. Especially, this is important for the ladies to hear. You're enough. The world is constantly, especially in women's cases, trying to make you feel like you're not beautiful enough, smart enough, funny enough, doing enough. And I want you to know you're enough. And I said, and that same happens with you, but it happens more with women, right? And I said, I want you to know you're enough. That doesn't mean I don't want you to get better, right? But you're enough. As you are, you're enough. And I said, if you could know there's a God, if you focus on people and not things, and you always know God's giving you everything you need right now to make it, you're going to win. Those are the 3 things I left them with. I want you to have it, because that's the formula to blissful dissatisfaction. There's a God, right? People are what I'm going to focus on, and I'm enough. You now in blissful dissatisfaction. You're always going to get better. Where's the dissatisfaction part come from? Let me give it to you. My daughter, and then we get into it by teaching for a second. I think we should always be in a hurry to get to the next version of us. Always improve. Tony Robbins talks about CANI, constant and never-ending improvement, right? Always get better, always improve. So we're at dinner a while ago, and my son's a sweetheart. My daughter, she's intense. And so my daughter says to me in the middle of the dinner, she goes, Dad, you're going through a midlife crisis. Remember this? And I go, what? She goes, let's go, really, Dad? The beard, come on, social media stuff, midlife crisis. Right? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. And I said, Daddy will always be going through a crisis. I went through a young man crisis, boo. When I was 20, I was in a crisis to get to the 21 better version of me. When I was 25, I was in a crisis when I turned 26, not to be like the 25-year-old. Daddy is 46. Daddy is in a crisis that when he turns 47, that he's a whole lot better than the 46-year-old version of me, because I already lived the life of the 46-year-old me. I don't want to repeat it again next year. Same happiness, same giving, same strength, same spirituality. Why would I want to repeat that year? I already did it. So I am in a crisis to get better, and when I'm 80, I'll be in a crisis to get to the 81 version of me. And so it was interesting, when my son was a little boy, we used to go to this car wash. There's a nice man there. I didn't mean to be rude, but I'd always see him there reading his newspaper. And he says to me, he goes, how old's your son? I said, he's 6 years old. And he goes, well, enjoy the 6-year-old, my friend, because when he turns 7, the 6-year-old's gone forever. Isn't that not true with our children too? And I went, yeah. He goes, and when he turns 8, the 7-year-old's gone forever, so enjoy it. And I went, sir, when did that stop happening for you? And he just stared back at me blankly. See, in everybody's life, there becomes this point where that process stops. Where all of a sudden, the 25-year-old you is just like the 24-year-old you. The 30-year-old you is so much like the 31-year-old you. The 55-year-old you is exactly the same guy the 54-year-old was. Right? So there's this process that we should never stop chasing the next version of us. Never stop getting better. Never want to get improved. And so that's what I'm about. That's why when I'm talking to you today, the challenge for you is to improve you. The challenge for you is to say, this year, I'm going to be a better version of me than I was last year, so that you can produce a better version of life. The key to getting a better version of life is to be a better version of you and to be in a crisis. I was just, right after I told my daughter that, I watched an article, read an interview with Tom Brady, and he said, I'm in an emergency every day to get better. It's not like I'd like to, it's a freaking emergency. And I went, that's how I feel. It's a crisis for me to get better. So I want to challenge you to be focusing on that as I finish my message here today. You with me on that? Say yes. Yes. Okay, how can we improve? How did I get wealthy, by the way? I got lucky. So did Mickey, so did Andy.
Yeah.
So did Payan, so did Sonny in the other room. We all got really lucky. Let me tell you what our good fortune was. We ran into a recruiting and building system attached to a financial services industry. It's almost not fair. Recruiting and building attached to the 3 largest industries in the world with the greatest need for transformation. That's why I'm wealthy. I worked hard at that model, but the model's bananas good. I could have worked just as hard selling Mercedes-Benz, and I wouldn't have what I have. I could have worked just as hard at New York Life, or Century 21, or owning a chain of dry cleaners. Okay? But I would not be where I am in life. I got blessed that I stumbled into a recruiting and building system attached to financial services. And over time, if you stay in a recruiting and building system attached to financial services, you will probably get wealthy. Because you really only have to find 7 to 10 people over your entire career in order to get mega wealthy. It's not like you have to find 7,000, you have to find 7 to 10. We forget about that. The whole game being played here is you over your lifetime finding 7 to 10 key people. Andy's empire and Lynn's empire was built by finding 7 to 10 key people over their lifetime. In fact, if you just find 2 or 3, will make you financially independent. If you find 7 to 10, will make you stone wealthy. That's the whole process here. So it's sad to me when I see people make all these effort deposits in their career prior to those 7 to 10 materializing, and they quit before they collect. Yep. In fact, Steve quit. Oh. And he's now in WFG under my old code number. Oh. Yeah. He quit after all that. Many of you will. Yep. Way before the deposits come, the withdrawals come. All you'll do is make deposits and you won't stick around long enough to collect the withdrawals. Can you imagine that? And he's in WFG. So he sees all this. Pretty crazy, huh? So I want you to remember that all the time. Now, I'm going to give you some good news. There's a new world we're in now. And that is the technology and social media world. It does not change WFG at all. It simply is an enhancement. It's simply a rocket ship. You should change absolutely nothing about what you've been doing. That's the good news. But you do need to make some additions. See, people say, trust the process. And so you'll put speakers up here who are going to tell you what they did in 1992, or 88, or 84, or 2003. And let me tell you something. You can't trust the process. The dumbest thing that's ever said in business is trust the process. Let me prove it to you. What if, let's just say, for example, why is Blockbuster Video not Netflix? Because they trusted their old processes. There's no reason why Blockbuster, they thought really people are going to keep getting in their car, driving down here, picking up videos and DVDs, driving to a building. Why in the world is Barnes & Noble not Amazon? Because they trusted the process that people would still want to get in their car and drive down and buy books. Why is Kmart not eBay? Because they trusted the process and they got extinct. Here's what's never going to happen to our company while I'm here. We will never trust the process. We will never be, why isn't WFG so-and-so? We will always be the Netflix. We will always be the Amazon. We will always be ahead. No matter if no one gets it while I'm saying it. No matter if it takes me 5 years. Because I'm telling you, if you trust the process where you think all of your recruits are going to be done by people getting in their car and driving down to your building, you will be out of business in 5 years. If you think all of your clients are going to be done at a office, you will be extinct in 5 years. If you think that teammates receiving your training and information have to be sitting in your building to get it, you will be extinct. That's true. Let me give you one problem in WFG. We have 2 major issues that social media explodes. Let me tell you what they are. One, what's the number one thing we spend our time doing when we're recruiting and prospecting? What do we lack? Credibility. Aren't you constantly saying, this is legit, this is legit, this is legit, we're real, we're real, we're real, we're real, no you're not, I read this, blah, blah, blah. It's one of those. Isn't that most of the conversation? If everyone knew what you were telling them was true, wouldn't you recruit about 99 out of 100 people? They end up saying no because they don't believe you. So credibility, social media fixes that. Second thing, okay, retention. We lose everybody we recruit. In fact, we only harness stud power. We only keep the people who are super focused, super driven, super in the game, and the minute they're not, they're gone, game over. Okay? Now, you know why they quit? Because we treat them like they quit. So they think they quit. But what if there was part-time, full-time, part-time, and spare time? And spare time is, because guess what? To me, anybody in my business is someone who's receiving my message. Do I really care how they receive it? Anyone who's being motivated, inspired, trained, grown, fed by me is in my business. Now, the preferred path we will always seek is that they are in an actual building. Nothing replaces this. Nothing replaces a BPM. Are you hearing me? Nothing replaces it. Nothing replaces one-on-one with a client. But guess what? We're having hundreds and hundreds of people start showing up to BPMs now, guys, on the West Coast. sent by people who aren't even at the meeting. Because they still think they're in WFG, so they still invite people. But they're not there. We have hundreds and hundreds of clients who are being referred into our offices by people who aren't in the physical office because they're still in WFG. What if over the last 5 years, Andy and Lynn had retained 80% of the recruits instead of 12%? Oh my God. And what if some of those recruits that they send to the office actually start to join and attend the meetings? Guess what those people will start to come back to do? Attend the meetings. What if every single day, every single one of your recruits would get a motivational or training message from me? Every single day. Every day they get one. Every day inspired. Every day motivated. Every day connected. What if every single recruit you got, the minute they joined, they clicked on my Instagram page and I was their version of WFG, not what they Googled when they got home? What would happen? Are you starting to get it?
Yes.
What if every single day I could train and motivate and inspire my team instead of waiting for freaking Tuesday, praying they show up to my meeting, and if they don't, they started to quit. And then, oh my God, if they don't come Saturday. So we base this whole thing. Then the other model is this. Everything's done in someone's home. Really? When I was a kid growing up, if someone knocked on my front door, you go, oh, I wonder who's at the front door. And you go answer the front door. Now what happens if someone knocks on your front door? You're like, are we being afraid of robbed? Like, who the hell's at the door? Don't you do that immediately? What the hell?
Yeah.
Is that not true?
Yes.
People don't like people coming over their damn house. Yet you run a whole model based on coming over their damn house.
Yeah.
You starting to get this?
Yes.
Okay, let me prove it to you. So let me help you get going here a little bit. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. Oh, you don't know this. I'll give you some good news. You ready? I get 800 referrals a week for WFG right now on Instagram. Some of them are here. Some of them have been referred in here. 800 a week. If I had a code number, I would average somewhere around 20,000 directs this year. Not the 80, which is my best year. 20,000. I'm not even trying. What you begin to get with this, you're not going to get 20,000 directs. But what if social media got you 5 more next year? 10 more clients, 5 more recruits. What if it did that for you? What if you kept 15% more people because you have it? You started to get this? So watch this. Let me just prove this to you. By the way, what do I know about social media? Almost nothing as of last May. Let me give you some stats. You ready? Let me give you some flavor here. You guys know who Tony Robbins is, right?
Yes.
Okay. I had a Twitter account, but I posted memes from Pinterest on. I had nothing. I did not have an Instagram account last May. You ready? So you can do this quickly. Last May. And I used to get up at WFG meetings and poo-poo social media. Not only was I not doing it, I was against it. And I was against it because of the way I saw our guys using it. It was basically just promoting the fact that they didn't work anymore. It was their steak dinners and their bottles of wine and their Bentleys and stuff, right? I'm like, I don't give a crap what you had for lunch. So I was against it. In fact, I still think it's weird. Imagine this. Imagine the crazy world we live in today. What if anybody in the room around my age, like mid-40s? Anybody? Sir, what if when me and you were 17? Think about how crazy this is. You just decided with a Polaroid to take a picture of yourself. Whoosh. And the Polaroid comes out. And you write a little note. Give me some feedback on what you think of this photo. And you mail it to me. And I go to my mailbox, I open up a bill, I open up another note, I open this one, and it's just a Polaroid of you with a note. Hey, give me some feedback on this photo. What would I think if I saw that? I'd be like, this one lost his damn mind, right? Is that not great? Would you ever do something that stupid? Or worse, during lunch, take a picture of your damn sandwich and mail it to me. Say, hey, interested in your feedback. If you like this, feel free to forward it to some of your friends. Would anybody ever do something like that? But that's the damn world we live in today. I don't give a crap what you had for lunch, right? But it's all over social media now. We have to accept the reality. So I thought this whole thing was just stupid school. And in May, Tony Robbins and I were talking. He goes, how come I know about you, I know how you speak, I know your message, I know your training, but you just relegate to this small group at WFG, and even they don't hear it most of the time. Why don't you do it? And I go, real simple, man. I want to keep my privacy. I don't want to be you. I like when I go to a restaurant, most people don't know me. My wife really likes it. And he goes, I'm just be straight up, I'm going to tell you how all this happened. He goes, that's why you are a loser. He goes, you say you want to help all these people, you say you want to make a difference, you say you want WFG to be this global thing, dude, you just want your money. And you want a little privacy. You'll do as little as you can to get as much as you can out of it. And I go, okay, dude, Max, give me the damn phone. And my son was kept telling me, get an Instagram account. Okay. And my first video was that day at a fire pit this last May 16th. And I went, hey, blah, 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 live your dreams, click. I had 13 followers. I now have 560,000 on Instagram. I have 900,000 on Twitter, and I have 3 million people who subscribe to my website. I'm going to give a little bragging here to give you the power of it, and it's going to help you. I'm the fastest growing person in the history of social media in the business space of all time. Now, let me tell you why. Why would I tell you? This is going to help you with WFG. You guys know who Grant Cardone is? One of my good friends now, right? Grant and I have the identical amount of followers, except I get twice as many views as him. He's been doing it for 7 years. Tony Robbins gets a third of the views I get. My podcast, which most of you don't listen to, which is hilarious. Okay? I interview some of the best business minds in the world, and WFG folks, by and large, don't listen to it. I have audio trainings on there. By the way, PFA listens to it, almost 100% of them.
Oh my goodness.
So does PHP. So does Primerica. But my own freaking company doesn't. It's bizarre.
I listen.
I can recruit all of
I listen
PFA right now if I snap my finger.
Yeah.
Their guy sure as shit doesn't know what he's talking about. They all know me. We went to a restaurant about 4 weeks ago. I took how many pictures? About 300 with PFA people. Right? Like, they don't need leadership. What the hell they're doing? They're going to me. I can't get you to go to me. Let me give you an idea of how big this has gotten, and then I'll stop bragging for a minute. Because I'm telling you this to tell you how it'll work. I have a podcast that's on iTunes and Spotify and all these other things.
Yeah.
I did not know what a podcast was in May.
Oh.
Okay? I didn't even know what it was. Do you think Tony Robbins is a pretty successful guy?
Yes.
He is. He has the 56th most watched podcast in the world. You have an elbow? I'll just tell you, you just have to take my word. 56 in the world, pretty good, huh? How many know who Jim Cramer is from CNBC, the money guy on CNBC? You know Jim? Jim's 51st. Pretty good, right? I'm 15th. The Wall Street Journal is 26th. The Wall Street Journal is 26th. And like, this is a surprise to my own company. It's bizarre. This whole massive thing has happened. Bill Mitchell called me Kim Kardashian the other day, which is rather flattering, but to be honest with you, he has no freaking clue what he's talking about. I'm one of the 20 most influential people in North America. My Instagram and my website gets more views than Neil Cavuto does on Fox News. But you don't watch it, and you don't participate in it, and it's hurting your business.
That's true.
Something happened. It's like, by the way, that's in 6 months. 6 months. Here's how little I do. In June, after I made my first post, I'm on my boat, swear to God, with my son, and I said, Max, Tony told me I need to start to put hash browns on all my posts on Instagram.
Hashtag hash brown.
Because I just posted a video with no hash browns. Max said, what? I said, Tony said if I posted hash browns after my video, it would get more views. This was in June. Yeah, it's hashtags. I go, look, dude, hashtags. I need to know how to scrap words, dude. We're going to explode on this thing. The funny part is some of you don't even know why that was a stupid thing to say. Throw some hash browns on there.
Hashtag.
And so I got 100,000, then 200,000, then 300,000, then 400,000, then 500,000, then 560. My videos went from 30 people watching it to 100 to 200. Yesterday's video got 56,000 views just on Instagram. And guess what? 99% of them aren't WFG. So here we go. I'm going to help you grow your business now. You ready? Let's do it. What's your digital presence? This means you occupy space online. Look at your digital presence like a business card. Worst case scenario, having an Instagram account is a modern day version of VoiceTel if you're old school, and a business card if you're new school. People don't carry business cards anymore. Okay? You occupy a space. I, by the way, am going to be 47 years old. I'm pushing 50. I'm an old guy in this space. Okay? I sent out a text this week about me and Andy and a bunch of us being old. It was a very poorly worded text, but I'm in that group. Right? We need young people around us so that we can leverage the greatest base shop and hierarchy builders of all time, that we can take Andy's message to millions of people instead of just 3,000. I can get Andy training, mentoring, and coaching millions of people within about 6 months on social media. My Instagram page, Andy, in the last week has 6 million engagements. That means 6 million people somehow touched my content. Think about that for a second. That's a lot, man. It's pretty good for WFG.
Yes.
Right? So why do I need a digital presence? By the way, do you think I like doing it? just so you know, I have no privacy. I work 19-hour days, and I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on this. I don't monetize it yet. I'm going to have to monetize it eventually. Okay, it's real estate. It's taking up space. I'm just going to, everyone should have. Here's the platforms. Number one platform you need to be on is Instagram. Okay, that's number one. It's got the most flexibility in business. Christiana right now is filming me. There's live stories. There's all kinds of things you can do, and I will tell you how to use them in a minute. The next thing, so the first person you should follow on there is me. The reason is, I'll tell you in a minute, just trust me, follow me. Okay? The next place you want to be is on iTunes if you have an iPhone, or Spotify or Stitcher if you don't, and be receiving my podcast. Okay? The third place you want to be is YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. And then there's Facebook and Twitter, both of which, in my estimation, are starting to fade from the business perspective. But you should probably be on them. I'm on all those platforms, but for the most part, I focus on Instagram, iTunes, and YouTube. By the way, all of this can be done in just a few minutes a day. There are programs you can download where you can make all your posts at the beginning of the week, hit a button, and they go out when you tell them to. Okay. Are you with me on this?
Yes.
How did I grow my Instagram account? You ready? Here's how I grew it. First, producing great content that people want. But here's the biggie. I'm going to give you the secret. Here we go. Tony told me, Ed, go out to guys in the space. Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Andy Frisella, you name it, John Maxwell. Go to their pages, and when they make a post, like and comment on the post right here. And go into their community and begin to like and comment. And when I went into their community, the first day I got no followers, the next day I got none. All of a sudden, people start seeing my name there. Where who's this guy? Then they click on my page. So I like and comment, or I comment on someone's comment. It takes me 3 minutes. And I started to do that on all their pages. Slowly but surely, someone followed me, someone followed me, someone followed me. So I built my following, posting great content, and liking and commenting on people in the business, entrepreneur, sales, leadership space. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, now, here comes the bragging part that's only here to serve you. There is now a behemoth in this space, in your company. Do you think you should be liking and commenting on my page?
Yes.
I don't need any more likes or comments. You need to be liking and commenting. Because the other WFG folks that are doing it, because 95% of the people who like and comment on my page are following my hashtags or follow me. So they Googled or they searched hashtag entrepreneur, hashtag sales, hashtag life, hashtag happy, hashtag money, hashtag ownership, okay, hashtag leadership. That's what I put out. So those people then come to my page. Are those kind of people you want in your business? Hashtag fitness. And so when you like and comment, even if it's a thumbs up, or yay, or great comment, or I agree, or guess what? When they start to see you there regularly, week after week, month after month, they will begin to join your community. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
The types of posts you should make. 3 business to 1 fun. 3 business to 1 fun. Okay? Why? The business format system says that when they walk into our office, what should they see in our environments? Anybody remember? It says they should feel that these are good people doing good things, making big money. That's what your Instagram page should look like. Good person doing good things, making good money. That's what it should look like. Now, messaging. Last thing I want to say on this. I message above WFG. Meaning, I don't message to WFG, I message to the world. Why do I do that? Because if I just message WFG messages, I'm baptizing people who already come to my church. So I message above, you message in. Does that make sense? In other words, I'll bring them to church, you baptize them. Does that make sense? That's the process. Okay? You baptize them by commenting. Okay, next way you use Instagram. Next way you use Instagram is you use it for hero making. Every single promotion that's had, the bigger your following is, you can say, I'm putting your promotion up on social media, it's going to get however many views you follows you, 300, 500, 700 views. Plus I'm going to copy Ed Mylett. That's 500,000 people know you made senior associate. Anyone who searches for Ed Mylett is going to find your promotion. So you start to use it for hero making. Use it for daily motivation and training to your group. You can make general messages, or you can make other messages that just go to your team. You have 5 people on your team, you say blah, 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 Tuesday night's going to be amazing. You hit a button, it sends just to those 5 people. You're going to learn all this stuff, okay? The other thing you can do, fast starting. If I recruited Darren right now, let me just tell you how this would work. And I was Mickey. Mickey recruits Darren. I would tell Mickey, every single recruit from now on, there ought to be a snapshot. Darren and Mickey shaking hands. Darren's got 86 followers, right, in his business, let's just say, or in his life already. So what Darren does is, he sends out a benign post, Okay, y'all with me? Say it with me.
Yes.
Darren sends out a post that says, hey, I'm excited about a new business venture I'm in. I'm starting part-time. This is my new mentor, Mickey Wynn. I'll let you know how it goes. That's pretty vanilla, isn't it? Yes? Say
Yes, yes.
That's vanilla. And so what happens is when Darren sends that out to those 86 people, guess what happens in this market? 75 of them do nothing. But about 5 of them message Darren, what is this? What are you up to, bro? What's going on? And it starts a conversation. The next day, 3 or 4 of them actually click on Mickey because you tagged him in the post. So now they click on Mickey and see a guy who's successful, nice car, nice house, helping people. Here he is meeting a client. Here he is with his kids. Here he is making money. And they think that's WFG. And now their version of WFG is Mickey. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Plus, it now gives him 86 reasons to make phone calls now that he started in the business. Is everyone starting to see how this works?
Yes.
Also, leaders, your BPMs. You can live story a BPM. Did you know that? You can live, you don't know that. So you can take 3 minutes at your BPM, film it, the recognition piece. If I'm not at the meeting, I'm watching your meeting going, oh my gosh, look how great it is. Then you cut it off. So it touches me at the meeting. I felt connected, I felt the energy, but I'm gone. You're still feeding me. Or you can do part of your training in the BPM. Darren, 5 minutes of training. Not all of it, because they don't want to come to the meeting. But just 5 minutes, like, and you cut it off. Like, that was value. Just keep them connected all the time. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. There's